Most people think they're bad with money. They think they lack discipline. They think they spend too much. They think budgeting just doesn't work for them. But what if the real problem isn't you? What if your money system is broken? Because here's the thing nobody talks about. Most people are trying to manage their entire financial life out of one single bank account. Bills, groceries, coffee, subscriptions, gas, and impulse purchases. Everything flowing in and out of the same place. And that creates constant confusion. You're not failing because you're irresponsible. You're failing because your money has no job assignments. Think about it like this. Imagine running a grocery store where all the money for payroll, electricity, inventory, cleaning supplies, and customer refunds is dumped into one giant pile on the floor. Every employee grabs from the same pile whenever they need something. Sounds chaotic, right? But that's exactly how most people manage personal finances. One account becomes emotional chaos. You check your balance and see $1,200. Your brain immediately thinks, nice, I'm doing okay. But then reality hits. Rent hasn't come out yet. Your car payment is due in 3 days. A subscription renews tomorrow. And suddenly that $1,200 was never actually yours to spend. This is what psychologists call mental accounting. Research shows people naturally organize money into categories in their minds anyway. Your brain already treats rent money differently from vacation money or grocery money. The problem is your bank account doesn't reflect those categories. So every time you spend money, your brain has to constantly calculate how much is safe to use, what bills are still coming. Did I already pay that? Can I afford this? That constant decision-making creates stress and exhaustion. And when people get overwhelmed financially, they usually do one of two things. They avoid looking at their bank account completely. Or they check it obsessively multiple times a day. Neither fixes the real issue, because the issue isn't motivation. It's structure. And one of the simplest financial changes you can make is separating your money into roles. Not complicated budgeting spreadsheets, not tracking every coffee purchase. Just giving different money different jobs. Here's a simple example. One account is only for bills, rent, utilities, phone bill, insurance, subscriptions, and debt payments. Nothing else touches that account. Then you have a second account for spending, groceries, coffee, entertainment, and random life stuff. Now something powerful happens. When payday arrives, you move your bill money first. That means the money left in your spending account is actually safe to spend. No guessing, no mental math. This system works because it reduces financial friction. Researchers in behavioral economics have found that people make better financial decisions when systems reduce the number of choices they need to make repeatedly. In other words, good systems beat willpower every single time. That's why automatic savings work. That's why payroll deductions work. That's why separate accounts work. You remove constant decision-making from the process, and this matters more than people realize because money stress isn't only about income. A lot of people earning decent money still feel broke all the time because their financial system creates uncertainty. When every dollar lives together in one account, your brain never fully relaxes. There's always this low-level anxiety of, wait, can I actually afford this? But when your bills are already separated, your spending money becomes crystal clear, and clarity changes behavior. You stop panic checking your balance. You stop accidentally overspending. You stop feeling guilty every time you buy something small, because now your money has structure. And honestly, this is where a lot of traditional budgeting advice fails people. Most budgeting systems focus on tracking every mistake after it happens. But strong financial systems prevent confusion before it happens. That's a huge difference. You don't need to become a completely different person overnight. You don't need perfect discipline. You don't need to stop buying coffee forever. You just need a system that makes managing money easier instead of harder. Because being good with money usually isn't about intelligence. It's about reducing chaos. And once your money has clear roles, budgeting starts feeling less like punishment and more like peace of mind. So if you've been telling yourself, I'm just bad with money, Maybe stop blaming yourself for a minute. Your system might just be broken. And the good news, systems can be fixed. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.